Devaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we are starting the book The Living Name, a guide to chanting with absorption by Sachinandana Swami. Education. This book, The Living Name, is gratefully dedicated to my exalted spiritual master, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, who brought the divine names to the West and into my life to all sincere chanters of the holy name, old and new. Anantakoti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Only if my divine master and the Vaishnavas bestow upon me their undeserved mercy might I one day chant the real living names. Tunde Tandavini Ratim Vitanute Tundavali Labdaye Karma Krodha Kadambini Gatayate Karna Budebhyas Pruham Cheta Prangana Sangini Vijayate Sarvendriyanam Kritim No Jane Janita Kiyad Biramrutai Krishneti Varnadvai. I don't know how much nectar two syllables Krishna have produced. When the holy name of Krishna is chanted, it appears to dance within the mouth. We then desire many, many mouths. When that name enters the holes of the ears, we desire many millions of ears. And when the holy name dances in the courtyard of the heart, it conquers the activities of the mind, and therefore all the senses become inert. Srila Rupa Goswami quoted in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Anchalila 1.99. When will I feel your name pulsating with life, like that young bird who once flew into my open palms? When will your name taste like cream, yogurt, and ice mixed together on my thirsty tongue, exhausted from the tastes of this world? When will I stop offering you broken names because my love is still divided between you and the world? An insignificant servant, Sachinandana Swami. So I think this book talks about introduction. First chapter one is in Yojana, Sambandha, Seva, Vipralamba, and Sharanagati. I think these are the five different ways or levels of chanting. And then the Sankalpa is the last one. So coming to introduction, for the past 15 years, there has been an ever-growing demand for retreats, events, seminars, and workshops related to chanting the holy names. Many sincere devotees have developed their chanting practice and benefited from sharing their realizations with others. I myself have been invited by various devotional communities all around the world to facilitate holy name retreats. I have sometimes given up to 10 such retreats in a year, in addition to my other projects, making the airports of the world my second home. Why is there such a demand for holy name events? The reason is that devotees and more lay off. More and more lay people are looking over for a real and tangible transformational experience which helps them to attain new levels of spiritual life. They have seen this is possible through chanting the divine names. Thus, they wish to learn how to chant properly because otherwise they face two major stumbling blocks. One, a gap between their aspirations and where they stand at present. Number two, the trap of mechanical practice with no or very little experience of the aliveness of true Krishna consciousness. Most of us do not live the spiritual lives we want to live. We experience only a tiny portion of what our possibilities are. When we hear that chanting bestows the highest goal, love of Godhead, we become inspired. But when we realize how far away we are from the goal, we often lose our initial enthusiasm and our japa or kirtana becomes something we do only out of duty. Thus, when we chant, it's by rote rather than feeling. Moreover, every so subtly, we begin to lose hope that attaining our spiritual goal is even possible. As a result, we seek material things which we try to justify or hide so that there is at least a bit of excitement in our lives. But it is possible for us to close the gap between imperfection and perfection. It is possible to exit the hamster wheel of mechanical chanting. It is possible for us to become self realized, soulfully alive in Krishna consciousness truly. The only thing that dramatically changes everything, the switch that turns on the light, is chanting the holy name with taste and devotion. This book is humble attempt to help practitioners do this and gain genuine spiritual realization. Thus, this book is meant to be experiential. If you read with intention to apply its insight, it will undoubtedly give rise to new experiences. The timeless practices introduced here will work for you just as they have done for countless persons to date. Use this book as a tool to introspect, ask questions, and adopt a fresh perspective and practice. From whatever you are, you will need to leave something behind and take up something new in order to reach the next stage. I would like to add that if you actually take these teachings to heart, much more will happen than just improving your practice. Your contact with Krishna will increase from moment to moment. It all begins with the conscious moments in our japa and kirtana. Then, more and more during the rest of the day, Krishna becomes present in your life and nectar seeps in. The ideal is what we chant and sing the Mahamantra throughout the day just because we appreciate it so much. We don't want to stop, nor can we. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu famously said, while you eat, while you are awake, while you sleep, only utter Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. We want to become completely absorbed in Krishna through chanting with taste. This is pure consciousness. Mahaprabhu has praised chanting as the Parama Upaya, the highest and most feasible means to attain love of Godhead. Our goal is reached when the holy name takes us to the spiritual platform, never to return on this platform. Our consciousness is Suddha, pure, Buddha, awakened, and Mukta, freed from Maya's illusions. Chanting with the taste, two examples. I think we can do this one tomorrow. I think let me stop. So as you guys, as we have read so far, right now, such this book is the living name, a guide to chanting with absorption, and this is written by Sachinandan Swami Maharaj. Sachinandan Swami Maharaj was a senior disciple of A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, and Maharaj gives multiple japa retreats in a single year. He does conducts all over the world. I think he's more primarily lives in Europe. And he also conducts these retreats in Vrindavan during Kartik month also. So I think many people aspire to do it, and whoever goes there, they'll be getting a lot of benefits, and the chanting improves. And for the benefit of us and everybody who cannot attend, or we can still read this book and try to improve our chanting and help us connecting to Krishna and become closer to Krishna and relish the taste of Nama. So this book here, it talks about chanting in yojana, chanting with sambandha, chanting in seva, chanting in vipralamba, and finally chanting in sharanagati. So humility is the main gateway to the surrender, you know, and then the sankalpa is the last chapter. So in the introduction, it talks about a lot of devotees or many want to learn how to chant properly, but there are two major stumbling blocks. blocks. One of them is gap between our aspirations and where we stand at present, and second one is the trap of mechanical practice with no or very little experience of liveness of true Krishna consciousness. And it mentioned that the only thing that dramatically changes our chanting is when we switch the tongues on the light, chanting the holy name with the taste and devotion. And also Maharaj mentioned that this book is meant to be experiential, not only reading. We have to understand and put the learnings and information given to the live practice, so that's where one can uh, experience the taste and improve their japa, and our contact with Krishna will increase from moment to moment, and it's a continuous process. As Mahaprabhu has praised, this chanting is the only Parama Upaya, the highest and most feasible means we have in this life, in this Kali Yuga, in this human form of life, to attain the love of Godhead. So with that, I conclude.